Boker Tov, everybody. Chodesh Tov, everyone. Rabbi Eric Solomon here in Raleigh, North Carolina, offering a little latter morning Torah, Erev Shabbat, Parshat Korach. So this parsha in the book of Numbers is all about leadership and the challenges of leadership. And there's this guy named Korach, who is also a leader, part of the Levite tribe, and a leader of the Jewish people. And he takes on Moses, our teacher, directly. In his famous line, it says, Vayikach Korach. The first line says, and he took up against Moses. And basically his major claim is that he says, Moses, who made you so holy amongst the people, who put you above, in the Hebrew, kind of like hitnasut, kind of like aloof, stronger, higher than the rest. Aren't all of us holy, is his basic criticism. Who are you to be the leader, as if you're something special. You're chopped liver, basically. And the powerful teaching about this, without even getting to the Midrash and commentaries, is that Korach actually has a very accurate and appropriate criticism of Moshe. Moses is a leader, and he's an imperfect leader, and Korach has the right to critique him. If he felt and saw him as being condescending or denigrating or aloof, whether that's 100% accurate or not, that's Korach's experience. And it probably was representative, we see later in the story, 250 of his followers are with him. So clearly he had people that agreed with him. It's worth considering. So why isn't Korach, his criticism is legit, possibly at least, or serious. And why is it in the end Moses wins the war and Korach not just dies, the earth swallows him up and all his followers? Why so strong? So, the classic, easy explanation. It's not about when there's a group who's organized for any cause, whatever it may be, and there is a leader or some leaders who are in charge of that, trying to guide the group. It is possible and appropriate to give feedback to that leader or leadership about things that they do wrong or don't do well or are not responsive. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, that's appropriate and that's proper and it's necessary for the leader to be strong and for the community to be strong. It's not even if your criticism is valid that's bad. You have a good point. It's how you do it. It's how you do it. Now, there is a place for rebellion. There is a place for prophetic attack and public confrontation. There is a place, but it's not the first place if you care about the country, the community, etc. The first step that Korach should have taken is to approach Moses and other leaders and share genuine concern out of genuine desire to help, genuine interest in seeing the person grow, in the community thrive and flourish. Not simply to take down the leader, so with Korach's ambition, he can take over. That's not constructive criticism. That's destructive criticism. And we need leaders. We need leaders. And leaders are only as strong as the communities that help them to lead. So if you have someone who's leading you and your family, your community, your business, it's appropriate to give them the feedback because you want them to grow, you want them to lead strongly. And maybe your criticism is for them to share some of the power sometimes. Okay. The first effort is to be done appropriately and respectfully. Go through channels. If you don't get the response, yes, protest is appropriate. But just because you're valid, just because maybe you're right, the way you do it matters. Vayikach Korach should have said, Korach first went and asked and discussed and approached. And then later, Vayikach Korach, not directly at first. And that's why in the end he was punished, because he was seen as a person who did an insurrection and not a person who truly wanted the betterment of the people. So that's why Korach doesn't thrive. In the end, Moshe does. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. A Chodesh Tov, a good new month of Tammuz, God willing. And everyone, please God, be safe. Let us critique our leaders with love. Not first with attacks. Shabbat Shalom.